I'll see you guys all in court. And they're like, for what?
Right.
For what?
We're doing the same thing he's doing.
It's called the First Amendment rights.
Yep.
Free speech. But again, this is one of the reasons why this show exists. To call people like, not that, we want to, a lot of people like, when there's a terrorist or anything, you're talking about the terrorist and you're giving him the light of day, and you have morons, morons like Alex Morris that does things. But people need to know about this stuff. And if we do our due diligence to say, listen, this needs to stop and bring awareness, I'm happy with that. I don't know. Do we agree?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Why can't they make it a law that you can't publicly shame people or cause? I know it's the First Amendment or whatever the hell it's called. You can say what you want, but when you attack kids that are disabled or have a disability, I mean, come on, people. Wake the F up and just, you can't do that. Here's a $250 fine. You get $250 fine for parking in the handicap spot. You know what? Why can't we have fines for saying your kids are blah, blah, blah? I'm just...
Well, I applaud one of the friends of the mother, because she actually... He has listed on his Facebook page where he works, so they sent a screenshot of the conversation to his work. And he works at Chipotle, and they replied, and they're like, dear Barbara, your comment is very concerning, and we appreciate you bringing this to our attention. I sincerely apologize for this experience, and I'm escalating it to our team that will investigate this further. Thank you so much for reaching out to us.
I'll just go in there and complain about him and say, you know what? If you don't take care of him, I'm gonna call corporate on you.
Yeah. Do we know what he does at Chipotle? What is he?
I have no idea.
He's contaminating the food, I bet, because it's
could be.
If he's this vindictive, I bet
nasty.
All this shit that's going through my brain.
I know
that this guy's doing, because if he's this vindictive in this way, what he's doing at Chipotle.
He's a twat rocket.
Yeah,
a part of me thinks, though, if he has to, I don't know the backstory why, he decided to get nasty and start saying that stupid shit about kids.
And dicks do this shit.
I'm like, but to me, he sounds like a big wuss. You're going to attack somebody on social media. I bet he's a little wimp ass if you saw him in person. I bet you walk in Chipotle and it's going to be a kid in the back that can't make eye contact, or, is going to piss his pants if somebody raises his voice.
I think we should do the show at Chipotle now.
Well, we have the ability. Well, once...
I think it's the one in... Was it Woburn that he works at? Or
it's either Woburn or Waltham.
He lives in Nashua and he commutes down to...
Well, see, that's the thing. I'm not really sure.
For that kind of... No, that can't be right.
I'm not really sure.
Unless he's independently wealthy. I mean, holy hell. But, no, that's just... Dude.
He definitely looks like somebody who would be receiving, SSI.
Oh, yeah?
We don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
He does look. Yeah, he does look like
he deserves to be picked on. People. I mean, don't go down that road. Well, he's doing it now. You guys are doing it, but you know what? I just
don't mess with kids.
I just hate people that do this shit, especially with kids, man. And the kids they can't defend themselves or anything like that. I mean, this guy's just a complete tool. Complete tool.
Yes, he is.
How about those Patriots?
I love those Patriots.
Love those Patriots. Hey, we got a suggestion to talk about later in the show about the situation in Manchester over at the place that serves all the bacon.
Yeah.
What's that place?
It's called Bonfire.
Bonfire. That's right.
So
unlimited bacon there.
So this happened a few days ago, and this is a statement that the Manchester Police Department made. And it says the Manchester Police Department serves and protects the citizens of the Queen City each and every day with both proactive and reactive policing. Each call is serviced with a response to its unique manner. The video from the arrest outside the Bonfire Restaurant and Country Bar happened on Sunday morning. Obviously, I'm not sure if it was if it was after midnight or after they closed. But it says the occasion when an officer must use force in arresting a combative suspect. All police reports are investigated. We are actively reviewing the incident to ensure our officers follow the proper procedures during these 4 arrests outside Bonfire. We are reviewing the criminal charges during this active and ongoing investigation. We're extremely grateful to our local businesses and patrons who took time to assist in the incident, and thank them for their continued support while our officers dealt with multiple non-compliant individuals on Sunday morning. Okay, so let me look.
You said the key word right there, non-compliant.
Correct. Exactly.
When,
and there was,
go ahead.
Again, these, I hate to say it, but there's a bunch of morons. A Manchester officer was flagged down around 12:50 a.m. So it was right before closing Sunday morning. A Bonfire employee flagged this person down regarding a female who was removed from the business. The officer made contact with the employee who stated that a female was kicked out of the bar, but continued to enter even though she was not welcomed. If you're kicked out of the bar, what the fuck are you doing? Mm-hmm. Okay. The officer made contact with the 2 individuals on the sidewalk near the bar, male and female. They were later identified and arrested. Brandon Bakos, 35 years of age, and Katie LaVenture. Hopefully I'm saying this right. Lavertue.
Does it say where they're from?
Lavertue. Yes, they're from Lowell, Massachusetts.
Lavertue.
Mm-hmm.
She's 31. He's 35. Both from Lowell. Bakos allegedly told he was told several times to back away from the area. Bakos interfered with the investigation, caused the officer to focus his attention on him instead of the female subject, in which resulted in several arrests, included both her and him. Mm-hmm. The officer attempted to place Bakos into custody as he began to argue with a Bonfire employee. A large crowd was gathered. They refused to comply. One of them was tasered. And it says right here, a taser was used again to gain compliance. And once the taser was deployed, Bakos was placed into handcuffs and transported into police headquarters. You see that all the time now.
The non-compliant thing, man. People, when the police say, sit still, put your arms and legs and fucking behind you, just fucking do it, man. Don't resist. You're just going to bring pain and everything. Regardless of you...
Pain and agony.
You're going to just bring more bullshit to you. You know, don't think you're going to... Oh, this is going to be... I'm suing, blah, 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 blah. No. You did something that basically was illegal. You were told by a cop to stop fucking resisting arrest. And a lot of it has to do with being drunk. Mm-hmm. You know what? We've all been drunk. You know what? And when we're drunk, we're always right. Mm. We are always right when we're drunk. Like when you get thrown out of a bar, who are you to tell me to get thrown? I spend thousands of dollars at this bar a week. You can't throw me out. That mentality kicks in. But when you see this guy getting his ass kicked, another drunk person will come over and go, you can't do that. That's not right. You're supposed to serve and protect. So he gets involved. Well, and his buddy sees that. Next thing you know, you got 5 or 6, 10 fucking malakas that are interfering with a one arrest. Now they got to focus on those guys. And next thing you know, pandemonium kicks in.
Bakos was arrested with disorderly conduct and resisting arrest. So there's two charges there. The girl was taken into custody after she allegedly tried to interfere with the arrest. So she was charged with obstructing and criminal trespassing and resisting arrest.
Yeah.
Where is the common sense?
There is none when you're drunk, man. There is
no common sense there. It is ridiculous how people are quick to point the fingers at cops. Yeah, there's cops out there that are going to be assholes. You know,
but they're doing their job. It's not like they're going to randomly go, "Oh, what are you doing standing there? I'm going to arrest you." That's
right.
not how it works. Yeah. That's not how it works.
And when they come up in a situation, you know, they got to think about their safety first also. And if you're acting like a complete ass and you're not doing what you're supposed to, then you get what's coming to you. Plain and simple.
Now, not to bring this up, I see a lot more arrests in Manchester. Not just, the bonfires, the McGarveys, the pints, the whiskeys of the world. And I just see a lot of people from out of state creating these incidences.
It's always the people that are not the regulars.
It blows my mind, So.
I guess the whole, the real question is, there was actually 5 that were arrested, and the fifth one was charged with disorderly conduct for not leaving the area quick enough.
How was that quick enough?
I guess they told him to back up. He didn't back up quick enough, so they tased him.
No, I think there was. I think there was more to it, to that story.
Well, it says Daniel Farrago.
Well, that was the
Ferragamo.
fourth. There were
Well, no,
4
it says,
people in total that were involved.
Yeah, it was. I have
and that's
Bacos, Lavertu. 2 others were arrested. A Manchester resident, Kitchen, who police alleged refused to leave. Oh, I guess it is the 4th one. They just have it worded weird. 2 others were arrested. A Manchester resident, Kitchen, who police allege refused to leave the area while Bacos and Laverto were being restrained by police. He was charged with disorderly conduct. Likewise, Daniel Fignero.
Yep, correct.
Fignero, 34 of Haverhill, was also charged with disorderly conduct and not leaving the area quick enough for police.
Again, another person that was out of state. Here is the other situation that bugs the crap out of me, and not just from a police standpoint, even from a security standpoint at a particular bar establishment, is when there's an incident involved, let the security staff take care of the problem. Do not get involved. Let them handle it. And a lot of people just feel like they need to get themselves involved.
Because they're drunk.
And it's the same.
I can help. I can help.
And it's the same situation.
This is my buddy Tony.
Yeah.
He's not this bad. I can fix this.
Yeah.
And it's the same situation when, the Manchester police departments of the world also get into the situation where they're trying to ascertain, they're trying to, control the incidences of what's going on, and people get themselves involved. And it just blows my mind. Let the police take care of the situation.
There's
Don't get
800
involved.
eyewitnesses, all got their cell phones out. You got 800 friggin' views of it, and they're all wrong. They're all wrong.
Right.
Because it's your friend. It's your friend, so you're going to stick up for your friend because he got his ass kicked there. He got tased. So, of course, you're like, well, cops are wrong. Shouldn't have tased my buddy Tony. He goes to church every friggin' Sunday. No, Tony was asked, stop resisting arrest, and he kept flailing. I'm sorry, Tony. You're getting tased. Mm-hmm. You know what? You tell me I'm getting tased. I'm like, is this going to cost me extra? And I'm like, okay, I'll behave.
I love when people get tased, especially for non-compliance. Get on your knees. Put your hands up. Get out of the car, and they just no, and they just do not follow the orders of what these officers do, and then they get tased. I love it. Love it.
And people don't want to accept any responsibility for their actions.
And that's the thing.
It's
and I think this
aggravating.
is the problem with today's. Well, okay, these are the 30-somethings too, but these 20-somethings also just bother me.
They're little bitches.
God, man, they complain about everything.
Well,
They want everything now.
One of our listeners just chimed in and says they have the same issues down in Massachusetts with New Hampshire residents. Show me a story on that one, all right? Because I've never seen those stories because I don't know. They've never been red flagged or how I need to say that, but let me know if there's a story of a bar at Tony's Taco Bell down there that that karaoke night got out of control because some Merrimack resident got cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. It happens everywhere.
Oh,
you know what?
It does. It does.
It does, and
We had
New Hampshire residents fuck up here too. It's not. Well, we're not picking on that. It's just the last scenarios. We're all out of staters that were doing that.
Exactly.
Shit, so.
But if you look at the stats and the data right now, it's out of state people that are causing these particular incidences